Today I'm going to be showing you how to make DJ Heartstring a narcissist while you sleep. Here's a preview of my remake and what you'll have made by the end of the video.
Make 'em relapse.
Great, the first layer we're going to be looking at is the bass. As always, we're going to start with the MIDI. So we're in the key of D sharp minor. It's basically just this MIDI pattern repeating itself. So you've got the offbeat here, and then that's literally it. That just plays on. So almost if you like extended this note, and then that just repeats itself over and over again. You can start on the D sharp, down to the B, and down to the G sharp. Really simple MIDI pattern, but really effective. Obviously pull that a little bit shorter so the notes gives them a bit of room to breathe. Having such a simple MIDI pattern allows for the chord stabs to sort of have their own place as well, so it doesn't really get in the way. Great, so if you have a look at the Serum patch, it's actually a preset for my Eurotrance Volume 2 pack. You can get that from the link in the description. This pack has over 60 presets for making Eurotrance like DJ Heartstring, DJ Daddy Trance, Narciss, Tommy Pharaoh, and many, many others. Definitely check that pack out. It also comes with MIDI, and this is one of the best parts of the pack. So if you go to like the MIDI here, you basically got all the remakes that I've done. So basically all the sounds in the pack are built off remakes. You'll recognize a lot of this stuff. So you've got bass, leads, and then what you do is go to the MIDI and then you can just drag it in, and then you've got the MIDI for all the remakes, and you can find the matching Serum preset. Great, so let's have a look at the patch. So in oscillator B, we have from the S2 tables the ARP 2600, which is an old sort of 80s synth with really fat sort of lead lines. We then have this noise turned on, MG low 24 for the filter, bit of drive, and a little bit of res. We then use envelope 2 to control the cutoff. So we drag this over onto the cutoff of the filter. And we're starting on 37 Hertz and we're dragging it up 42%. I'm then going to be left with a sound that sounds like this. You also notice I've dragged the level up, and this sort of volume knob I've also dragged up. We then come on to the effects. Got this distortion, nice bit of drive, got the soft sat, 31%, and then we've got this utility, making sure it's all in mono. This way you're not going to have any sort of processing issues. Great, let's now have a look at that pad sound. Great, so let's firstly look at the MIDI. I'll be honest, apart from the fact it's in D sharp minor, I can't really tell you a whole lot about this. It's sort of like really complicated jazz chords. If there's a sort of classically trained musician watching this, then feel free to leave a massive comment in the comment section and I'll pin it, sort of explaining how these chords work. But yeah, apart from that, I've obviously figured them out, but I couldn't tell you what the fuck they are. They're just, yeah, all over the shop. They're sort of like jazz chords, I think. So yeah, if anyone can explain in the comments, then feel free. But if you want to pause the video, copy them. Great, so in oscillator B, go to S2, add seconds, ARP 2600, and then turn that round on the wavetable position so you've got this nice sine wave. When you've got chords like this, you're sort of already halfway there. Turn the filter on. Envelope 1 is controlling that filter cutoff, so we've dragged it down to 130 and we've brought it up to 25%. Also just drag that arrow onto here like that. Chorus, making it more sort of 80s. EQ, take out the low end, or you can barely hear that. Then it's got a little bit of dimension, making it a bit wider. And then I've added another reverb just to soften it up a little more, like in between these gaps. Otherwise, about it. It's very start-stop. This preset is obviously from that same Eurotrance 2 pack, so yeah, the link for that is in the description. The drums we're getting onto now are also from a new pack, so it's the Eurotrance Drums Volume 2. I'm not going to go into it too much, but yeah, loads of loops in there, one shots, everything you need for sort of Eurodance. So yeah, let's have a look at how these drums are made then. Cool, so first we have this kick, falling on every beat, and then we've got the clap on every second beat, then another clap, then I've got a third clap, and as you can see here, I panned all the way to the left, and then a fourth clap, panning all the way to the right. Then got this open hat on every off beat, and another open hat just to thicken it up. Then this percussion. Quite quiet. We'll turn it up. Just repeat itself. And then I've got another percussion that sort of plays off that. Again, I've kept it really quiet so you can barely hear it. And then I've got this shaker loop. And then a top loop. And yeah, when it all comes together, it sounds like Eurotrance drums. You can obviously add a cow bounce off of that, but their track didn't have one, so I left it as was. Great guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week for another video. Cheers.